Thermodynamics. In this topic, we are going to understand what are the heating effects and which type of processes occur during a chemical process. So, before we move ahead, we need to understand few important terminologies of chemical thermodynamics. Any part of the universe which we are observing is known as system, and anything outside that portion of universe which we are observing is known as surrounding. So any the complete universe consists of system plus surrounding. System, that part of universe which we are observing, and anything outside this system is known as universe. So system, the universe completely equals to system plus surrounding, and the wall that separates a system with the surrounding is known as boundary. All right. So there are three types of systems, which are open system, closed system, and isolated system. So I'll explain you through a figure which will make it easy for you to understand. So I have three figures in front of me: A, B, and C. In option A, I have a jar filled with water. All right. So what do you think? There is exchange of energy with the surrounding. This is a system. This is known as system. I am observing water inside a jar. So this is system, and anything outside it, this is your surrounding. All right. So what do you see? There is exchange of energy between system and surrounding. For example, if surroundings are at high temperature, let me assume there's a winter season, so water inside the container will also become cold. If outside it is summer, then water inside jar will also become hot, because outside temperature is more. So exchange of energy is happening, exchange of energy, as well as some part of water will vaporize, it will evaporate and convert into vapors. So there is exchange of mass between system and surrounding, as well as exchange of energy. Energy is being exchanged between system and surrounding, so as mass is being exchanged between system and surrounding. Now if I put, so this is an open system, this is open system, and now if the change in energy, the change in energy is not equal to 0, so is change in mass not equal to 0. That means exchange in mass is happening and exchange in energy is happening. Now if I put a plate over here, then now you can imagine the exchange of mass will not happen. Exchange of mass will not happen. Then that means change in mass equals to 0. But these walls, this wall and this wall is not an insulated wall. This is a conducting wall. So what will happen is exchange of energy will happen through these walls. So we can say there is no exchange of mass, but there is exchange of energy. In such a system, we call this a closed system, right? So this is a closed system. Exchange of energy is not equal to 0. So firstly, in open system, both exchanges were happening. Mass was exchanged, so as energy. But in closed system, mass exchange is 0 with the surrounding, but energy exchanges is still happening through conducting walls. Now, if I close this system C with a plate, it becomes a closed system. Now what I do is I put a layer of insulated material surrounding the jar. What will happen? There is a non-conducting wall. There is a non-conducting wall. There is non-conducting wall. This was a conducting wall. This was conducting. That means heat exchange can happen. Through a non-conducting wall, there is no exchange of heat. But through a conducting wall, exchange of heat can happen. So in this case, what we have taken is mass cannot go outside and mass from outside cannot go inside. So there is no exchange of mass. So as I have put a non-conducting layer, non-conducting material, now exchange of heat will not happen from outside to inside or from inside to outside. So there is no exchange of energy and no exchange of mass. That means change in mass and change in energy is 0, right? So in this case, delta M equals to 0. So as delta E equals to 0. That means in isolated system, no exchange of mass as well as no exchange of energy happens. So these are three main types of thermodynamic systems. If I give you an example of isolated system, then isolated system is a thermos flask in which you keep water cold for a long time, or you keep tea or coffee for a long time. It remains as at the temperature whatever you want it to be, right? Hot tea remains hot, or cold iced tea or cold tea will remain cold. So that is because there is no exchange of heat happening with your surrounding. So these are some important points which were there on this page.